What's up YouTube, JP here, and today we have a third-party controller to review that has Hall effect thumbsticks, and we're going to be directly comparing it to the official Switch Pro controller. And after we've done the review, I'm going to give this controller away to someone on my Patreon. So without further delay, let's dive in. So first of all, let's get the boring bit out of the way. Nexago sent me this controller free of charge for review, but I'm not obligated to say anything at all. So this review and my opinions are completely my own and they're not influenced by anyone. So as I said, the company is called Nexago and the model number for this controller is NS32. Now of course there's going to be lots of links in the description so you can go ahead and grab one of these controllers yourself. Now I guess the best place to start is by doing an unboxing. So let's go ahead and do that now. So here we have the box for the Nexago NS32, and as you can see it says Hall effect joysticks, dual vibration, turbo function and 6-axis gyro. Now if we look at the back we can also see lots of different designs. Now I quite like the Spaceman one, but the one that we've gone for is obviously the Space Stroke Galaxy, which after getting it, it looks really cool. So let's open the box and have a look to see what we get. Now I want to be really careful here, because as I said, I'm going to be giving this away to one of my Patreons, and I don't want to send it with a ripped box. So this is everything you get in the box. So you get a USB to USB-C cable for charging the controller, and then of course you get the instruction manual, which is really handy for going through all the turbo functions and obviously changing the colour on the RGB lights themselves. Pretty basic stuff here, so let's have a look at the controller itself. Now I was pleasantly surprised with the colours on the front. I think that blue and purple looks really cool. It's also a really nice texture, quite smooth, almost satin. Now at the top you've got a USB-C for charging, and then at the bottom of course you've got those LEDs indicating what player you are. In this case it's blue. You've got a turbo button at the back and obviously the sync button, and let's not forget about those RGB lights around the thumbsticks. I know you can't really see them in this video, but let's stick up a picture where you can see them a lot better. They look absolutely fantastic, don't they? I must admit, at first when I seen the pictures of this controller, I wasn't really sold on the design, but after seeing it in person, it looks really cool, with that sort of galaxy space kind of theme to it. Some other cool features with this controller is of course the RGB that goes around the thumbsticks. As you know, I love RGB and it's always nice to see just those little touches, and don't go too overboard with it, because I've seen some controllers that completely light up and kind of blind you. I like it to be subtle, and just having the rings around the thumbsticks is just the right amount of RGB, and of course you can turn them off if you don't like it. So I guess we need a control pad to compare it to. So I'll be comparing the NS32 with my Switch Pro controller. Now this is an official Switch Pro controller. The only difference is it's got an ExtremeRate shell swap and it's in the style of the Tears of the Kingdom. And if you haven't seen that video yet, click up here somewhere and have a look for the cards where I go through changing the shell on my Switch Pro controller for the Tears of the Kingdom one. So enough waffling, let's jump on to Mario Kart, and first of all we're going to test the NS32 to see how that feels. So I'm not going to bore you with lots of gameplay footage here, but what I can say is the NS32 controller felt really nice in the hand, and those thumbsticks do feel better than the original Switch Pro controller thumbsticks. And of course you've got the benefit of knowing that you're never going to get stick drift. Now this is when I swapped over and started using the official Switch Pro controller, albeit with the Tears of the Kingdom shell swap by ExtremeRate. Now there's not much difference in these controllers at all. They seem to weigh about the same, and all the buttons seem to be about the same kind of squishiness and pressure. It's really hard to tell the difference apart from those thumbsticks. The actual thumbsticks on the NS32 feel a lot smoother, and it feels like there's less resistance there. So after doing one race with each controller on Mario Kart 8, I've come to the conclusion that both controllers are near enough identical, and that's kind of a good thing, because as I said, the NS32 is a lot cheaper controller, and of course you're never going to get stick drift. Now, talking about the thumbsticks, I did notice, and I prefer the NS32 ones. They just felt a bit smoother and less resistance, if that kind of makes sense. So I guess if I was going to recommend to anyone thinking about getting the NS32 or an official Switch Pro controller, I'd have to say save the extra money, save yourself the headache of getting stick drift, and buy the NS32. So I've now boxed this controller back up because I'm going to be giving it away to someone on Patreon. So I like to give as much value to the Patreon as possible, and it's only £1 or $1 a month, and then I like to try and give away as much stuff as I can as well. So this month we're going to be giving away this NS32 Switch controller with Hall Effect thumbsticks. Now if you want to join the Patreon, just click on the link in the description below, and you're not only just going to be entered into giveaways, you'll also have access to all the Switch modding videos, which obviously got removed from YouTube, but now they all live on Patreon. As well as that, you're going to get Discord perks like access to secret channels and customization. So I think I'm going to end the video here. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and then hit that bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. I'm JP, you've been watching Alien Retro Gaming, and I'll catch you in the next one.